my beautiful people. Hello. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Nancy Chell. If you don't know me already, why don't you get to know me on all my social medias? They are Nancy Chell on Snapchat, Nancy Chell on Instagram, Nancy Chell _ on TikTok, and I've got a makeup page as well, which is making up 19 on TikTok. And what else do I have? Basically all my social medias are in the description below if you want to get to know me. And yeah, let's get straight into this video. I am not part of book TikTok at all. Well, I am now, but I'm not a reader. I wasn't a reader. I actually got diagnosed with dyslexia recently. So I thought, let me start reading more just to help me, because I always used to struggle with like vocabulary in general. So I decided to start reading books more. And guys, I'm here right now to talk about this amazingly, annoyingly amazing book. Where do I start? Let me tell you what this book is about first. Shall we do that? Let's do that. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you about my giveaway that's coming. But of course, not right now. I'm going to tell you right at the end of the video when you're craving all the information. And a little warning, this book may be a little bit of a spoiler. It's going to be a spoiler-ish. I won't ruin the end for you guys. It's more the context. If you don't like knowing anything about a book, just the back page that it gives you, then don't watch this video. This book is Verity by Colleen Hoover. Colleen Hoover is a TikTok sensation right now. She's been blowing up everywhere. I even, after reading this book, I went and got her second book. Well, not second like in the order, but I got another book by her. This book is called Verity. Actually, before I tell you about the book, let me show you my reaction when I got to the end of this book. Look at this. And not usually totally different. I kid you not, I was stunned, I was confused, this book took me through a roller coaster, okay? And before I tell you about this book does have trigger warnings of a lot of things. You should look up the trigger warnings before you read this book, because there is quite a lot. And I don't want to say them in this video because I don't know if YouTube will take this down or whatever. This book is about a writer who I don't want to tell you too much. I don't want to ruin this for people because it's amazing, but it's about a writer who's called on to write the rest of another author's book. She's like famous, right? But this writer is quite small. She's called Lowen, and the big writer is called Verity. So she's in a meeting with her publisher, and before the meeting, she meets this very mysterious guy who helps her out. So she thinks she's never going to see him again, but then they're both in the same meeting, and it turns out that the guy is called Jeremy, and it's Verity's husband, right? So we basically get pulled along a story about how these two, Verity and Jeremy's love life, right? And Verity then got into a car accident, which meant that she couldn't finish her series of books. She had 7 and she had 3 left to write. So they called upon Lowen to come and finish the books. And yeah, she goes to the house to, see what she can do to write these new new books, and she's offered quite a lot of money to do so. So she does it. She goes to the house, but she finds Verity's manuscript or book or something like that. I think it's called a manuscript, and it's like her autobiography. And guys, we're taken on a roller coaster of emotions whilst Lowen is reading this book. And do you know what? Books always get me because they build it so well. Like, this book built up my anticipation so much. I had so many theories. Let's just say I went through every emotion thinking there was going to be murders or something. I had so many theories, but this book, I could not guess the end. I could not guess the plot. I wanted to, because I'm one of those people who skip a movie if I think that I know what's going on, but I didn't, and I read the whole book. It took me 3 days to read it. That's how hooked I was. I don't want to spoil the end for you, so I'm not going to say what happened, but basically at the end we are left with 2 polar opposite possibilities, and we're kind of just left to make up the decision ourselves. But let's get onto the theories now, because this is what you're really here for. I already know. So guys, if you've read this book, this is the perfect time for you. If you've not read this book, stop this video right now and go read this book right now. My very first kind of theory was, why is Jeremy so innocent in this? How can you live with someone all this time? How can you not be suspicious of their activities? but also we know that Verity is very manipulative almost, but he struck me as manipulative as well when he proposed to her whilst they were having intercourse. So, or doing the deed. I don't know what to say on YouTube. Anyway, then that's when I started having my own theories. Verity kind of explains that he knew about the manuscript in her letter. And in my own head, I kind of think, okay, maybe he knew what she did at the end. Maybe his last straw was kind of because in a man's, I'm trying to think of from a man's POV, he probably thought, like, reading it, he was like, okay, maybe she wasn't ready to be a mother, right? So he kind of let the first half go. But when he realized about his twins, I think that's when he kind of drew the line and was like, I need to get this over and done with. So that explains the possible crash, right? But I still think he wanted Lowen to come and write the book so that he could have another means of income through Verity and still live comfortably. But then they happened to, you know, fall in love or whatever. But I also think he stalked Lowen as well with her books and everything that happened with her mother. I think he stalked her a little bit, found out about her, and then fell in love with her, or made her fall in love with him, a bit like Verity. Maybe he was, you know, caught on with the crazy and like made Lowen fall in love with him so that he could keep the money. Yeah, and have a secure life. That's possibility number one. I'm sorry, men are not always as innocent as you think. I don't think he's that innocent in all this, but if he is, he is. Possibility number two. I think Verity's crazy. I'm sorry, I do not believe that manuscript at the end. I do not believe that she made all of this up. Like, who in their right mind could write down like these evil things? I know she said she cried afterwards, but she didn't explain the attempted taking away of her children at the beginning of her pregnancy. She didn't explain quite a lot of things, but she also explained what happened, because the letter was addressed to her husband Jeremy. But how was she explaining what he did to her if he already knew? Do you get what I mean? I think the letter was for Lowen, and she wanted to make Lowen scared and like not trust Jeremy, and hopefully that would make her leave him alone, because then that also explains her behavior towards Lowen as well, like watching her, going on her hands and feet, just trying to scare her, because I think she did want to kind of get her out the house and leave them alone. I do think she also thought of taking the money afterwards when she'd realised he'd already fallen in love with her. Number three, I think the carer knew. 100% she knew. She's worked with actual other people before. Like, it says that she was old. She must have knew Verity was faking it. And I don't know what her role was in all of this, but I just 100% knew, because when she told Lowen that don't act like people, like the person's not there, I think she genuinely was like, she was trying to show Lowen a sign that Verity was still very much functioning. But I don't know what her role was in it. Maybe she helped Verity like with her schemes and stuff, but she creeped me out as well. I don't know about her. So that's theory number three. She definitely helped somewhere. Theories, guys. Those are my three theories. I couldn't really think of anything else. Genuinely, all the way through, I thought Jeremy was like a stalker and was like stalking Lowen. If you have just watched this whole video and you've not read the book, I'm sorry for spoiling it for you guys. If you've read the book, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you disagree with me or agree with any of the theories that I had. But yeah, guys, I absolutely adored this book. I am now a Colleen Hoover fan. I am most likely going to do a book review of the It Ends With Us book soon. I've not started reading this one, but I'm excited, and it smells fresh as well. But guys, let me know if you are a book stan and any books that you'd love me to read and review, because this is probably going to be a reoccurring thing now. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of this video, and if you liked it, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for a new video. Also guys, we're about to hit 300 subscribers, and you know what I'm going to do for 300 subscribers? I'm going to do a giveaway. So if you want to enter in the giveaway, let me know what type of things you'd want for the giveaway as well, and put it in the comments and I'll review all of them and see what we're going to do for this giveaway. Okay guys, bye, have a good week.